Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Salon Etiquette with Miss Camille. And have you ever wondered why some clients stay for a lifetime and some clients only come that one time and you never see them again? Well, I have 30 years work experience behind the chair, and I want to share some booked and busy tips with you. So today I have a question. What do you do when a client sits in your chair and says they want a particular style? Now, they ask for a particular style, and then after you're going to give them a consultation. They let you know what they want. Give them a consultation. And before you pull out a comb, a brush, a cape, make sure you always agree to perform the service before you begin. Make sure you agree. Because what happens when a client comes and sit in your chair and they show you a picture? They want all these bells and they want whistles. And then they say, after you look at the picture and you said, well, okay, that's going to be $100. What do you do when a client says, that's too much? I don't have that. I don't have $100. Huh? What do you do when a client does that? I'll tell you what you do. When a client sits in your chair, and the only reason I'm thinking about this is because the other day I was on Facebook and I was had said something about something on my Facebook, and one of my old clients, she wrote on there, oh, I miss you. You know, you were such a great hairdresser. They don't make hairdressers like you anymore. But this has probably been about 10 years ago that I did her hair. And I remember her sitting in my chair one time saying, oh, that's too much. She showed me what she wanted done. And she said, oh, that's too much. I can't afford that right now. And I politely explained to her, well, since you can't afford this, this is what we can do for this. So do you go ahead and do what they want, even though they plainly told you that they don't have enough money for what they want? Do you do that? Or do you kindly go back and let them know, well, I can do this. You may not be able to get that, but this is what we can do. You let them know, this is what we can do. Because if they pick out a $500 hairstyle and you go ahead and do it for $100, you're going to always be doing that. Client, she's not going to ever have enough money. Because she's done figured, well, if I got her to, if I drew her down at one time, I can always drew her down. So, to keep yourself where you don't have to worry about a client trying to bargain with you. That's what we'll say. Trying to always bargain with you. Make sure you are clear on your price when they ask you for specific hairdos. So make sure that you always quote them a price. Make sure that you quote a price before you agree to a service. All right? Make sure you always quote a price before you agree to the service. And not only that, make sure you always say, and up, or starting at. So that way you don't get locked in to a specific price for a service. Do that make sense? Because I know I seen a video not too long ago, a girl, she was upset because one of her clients that she always gave a discount to, she was out of town. So the client went to another stylist in the salon. And the hairdresser was upset because she said that the client paid the other other hairdresser full price for a service that she was giving her a discount on. And the hairdresser was upset because she said her client paid the other hairdresser full price for something that she gives her half price a discount for every time she does it. And she was letting the client know how she was upset and how you gonna ask me to give you a discount and then you're gonna pay the other lady full price. Well, that's up to you to give a discount or make sure that the client pays what you're worth. And if they can't afford it, then you let them know they have to come back another day, or maybe instead of getting the bell and the whistle, just get the bell and get the whistle another time. Get the whistle when you get the bell and the whistle when you get your income tax check. So, we have to understand that the consultation is important and agreeing to the services is important before you agree, and let a person know that, hey, I can do this, I can do that, and another thing, that's another reason why I always encourage people to listen while you work, because sometimes when you go into too much personal conversation with people, they feel like you're their best friend or you're the girlfriend, and they feel commonplace with you where they don't feel they have to pay you, because we're buddy. So I shouldn't have to pay you because, you just talk to me about your kids, or so as a hair professional, I've learned that I keep the conversation general. If anything, I just listen while I work, because I don't want nobody when it's time for me to get paid to talk about they don't have enough. So make sure, I make sure that when I give people a quote, I quote before I pull out my comb. I give the quote before I pull out my brush. 9 times out of 10, I don't pull out anything until the client agrees to pay for what I'm asking. Right? So if they ask me for a certain thing, I make sure I give them a quote. All right, so salon etiquette with Ms. Camille. Make sure you always, after you give a consultation, before you perform a service, make sure you agree. Don't just do somebody's hair because you like them. Make sure you agree on the said service before you start. And if you have to, take a minute. You don't have to give a person a quote right away. Make sure that you break down everything that you're doing. Make sure you break down everything you're doing and how much it costs. Because nowadays you got highlights, lowlights, you got a color, you got a toner, and you can't just tell somebody, oh, I'm going to do everything for $100. Shoot, nowadays it's $100 just for the products. If you ever go into the supply store, you got the toner, you got the developer, you got the color, you got the bleach. And by the time you do all of that, right, you $100 just for the hair color. So make sure we're quoting the price, and not only that, we're agreeing to, once the client let us know what they want, we are agreeing to the service. We're not just doing no handouts. And it's very important to always do a thorough consultation and let people know what you can do and what you cannot do. And even with a haircut, it's always good to give a good consultation and agree to the length. And even, I know y'all, I done told y'all about my all-purpose comb with the measurement on it. I even showed them the measurement. This is what an inch is. This is before I even cut. If I even pick up my scissors, we agree. We agree on what the service they're going to get. All right, so this is Salon Etiquette with Ms. Camille. Just sharing some gems on how I was able to make good money in the beauty salon business as a licensed cosmetologist. And you can too. So I tell you what, please drop your comments down in the description. What do you do when a client comes in and they show you a picture of a hairstyle they want, and they got all the bells, all the whistles, and then they tell you, oh, well, that's too much. That's what they might say. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's how much that costs. Don't let them G you down. You give them a price. Either they're going to pay it or they're not. And if they're not going to pay it, you let them know what you can do. You let them know what today you can just get a shampoo and condition. You know? All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments down in the description. All right. Salon etiquette with Miss Camille. Let's get booked and busy.